Welcome back, yo. It's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with a live Q&A. My first one in a very long time, man. Had a lot of things going on, man. Miss every last one of you guys and gals. Glad to be back, yo. Glad to be back here. Talking sports with everyone. Should be a lot of fun, man. Should definitely be a lot of fun, yo. A lot of things, man, to get into tonight, yo. In our hour session. For one, man, LSU baseball, yo. Lost the Um, very first game to Gonzaga. Then they went out there, beat Central Connecticut on a walk off. Then turn around, beat Gonzaga again. And not tonight, beat Oregon last night, and not tonight. They playing Oregon in the Eugene Regional Final. So if LSU wins this game, they will head to a Super Regional against Tennessee in Knoxville. So we got that going on. NBA playoffs, man. You got Hawks up on the 76ers 1-0. You got the Nets up on the Bucks 1-0, which they about to get started in a little bit. In the West, you got game one tonight of Phoenix and Denver. And then you got right now, who it was. I'm missing one. Yeah, game one coming up, Utah and the Clippers in a couple of nights, yo. So you got that going on, yo. Women's College World Series, Oklahoma beats Oklahoma beats James Madison earlier. Right now I'm actually watching Florida State and Alabama, and Montana fouls through a perfect game the other night, but Florida State, who eliminated LSU, just tattooed her for a three-run home run. So Florida State up 3-0 right now. And of course, man, Philadelphia Eagles, man, just wrapped up OTAs. You got mini camps coming up, yo. Team looking good. Jalen Hurts looking good. Michael Jacquet right now is the number 2 corner. That's interesting. We get swept, man. A lot to look forward to in the offseason. Do Pat Riley make some big moves to shake up this roster? And also in baseball, man, the Braves kind of been up and down, man. They win a couple in a row, then they drop a couple in a row. Win a couple in a row, then drop a couple in a row. Then we got the big situation with Marcell Ozuna. We got to see what happens with that. He injured himself, and now he's allegedly committed domestic violence with his wife, yo. So glad to be back, man. Shout out to my softball team, man, the Cubs, man. We had a lot of young girls, my daughter and the rest of the team, man. We did pretty solid this season. Looking forward to, Lord willing, getting back out there next year, man. Appreciate everybody's patience. Also, one real note before I get started with the Q&A. I will have a live call-in show on Thursday for 2 hours. I will have the number when I started. When I come live, I'll have the number in the pinned in the comments. But stay tuned for that, man. Let's get it going, man. Glad to be back, yo. Let's see. What's up, my brother Patrell Benjamin, kicking it off, man? What's up, bro? We back, baby. Let's get it. What's going on, bro? Hey, glad you here, man. Glad you the first one, bro. What's up, Jock Talk? Appreciate you tuning in. Hey, Mr. Duga, how are you? I'm good, yo. I'm good, feeling good. Everything good, yo. How you doing? Glad to be back, yo. What's up, Sebastian Gonzalez? Appreciate you tuning in. What's up, Mr. Duga? I wish you luck with your Eagles that face my Raiders in AL Stadium. Yeah, man, that should be a lot of fun going up there in Vegas later this season, yo. Two teams that, the Raiders are on paper a little better right now, but we'll see, man. It should be a lot of fun. What's up, James Bush? Appreciate you tuning in. Yo, what's up, Mr. Dugai? What's going on, yo? Glad you made it into the live. Hold on. Hold on right quick. Hey, I'm going to call you back. I'm live. All right. Sorry about that. What's up, Amari Thomas? Appreciate you tuning in. What's up, Mr. Dugas? What was your softball team? We was the Cubs. which was basically like the baby. We were like some baby tigers. So we were the Cubs, man. It was a lot of fun, yo. It was purple and gold. We had LSU colors, purple jerseys, gold numbers. It was a blast, man. I enjoyed it. What's up, Adrian Norwood? Appreciate you tuning in. What are your thoughts on the Marcell Ozuna situation, and how do you think this affects the Braves going forward? Yeah, man. Great job bringing that up, man. That's a me. I'm all for like, look, if he did it, man, we gotta get rid of him. He got arrested for it. I mean, apparently they're gonna go through the due diligence and everything. The last I heard was that they're gonna look into it, I guess, or whatever. If he is convicted, sorry, I'll call it back. Sorry. Yeah, he got convicted. If it's found out that he really did this thing, man, it sucks, but we gotta do what's right. Like, we're gonna have to cut ties, not one player, not one incident, is bigger than the team, is bigger than the sport, man. Look, I have two daughters, I have a mom, I have a little sister. I'll be dang if somebody put their hands on them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if he's convicted of this thing, he did it, and they do the due diligence and they find out, yeah, you gotta cut ties, yo. You definitely gonna have to cut ties with him, yo. It's unfortunate. We just gave him a big contract. He's a great part of this team, of this organization. I love the energy he brought, but we're gonna have to cut ties, yo. My second favorite sport is college softball. Yeah, man, I love me some softball, man. I'm even a little more into it after coaching it. It's a lot of fun, man. These girls are great athletes, man. The game is a lot harder than people realize. Like, it's a lot more to it, and especially watching it, the Women's College World Series, seeing them on that, type of level. Yeah, you gotta respect it, man. It's a really good sport, man. And this is a good game. It's an interesting game here with Florida State and Alabama, yo. Florida State up 3-0. Oklahoma, I figured, like, they're such a juggernaut, yo. They got beat by James Madison the first game, came all the way back through the losers bracket, and then beat them two times in a row. So whoever plays Oklahoma is gonna be a very, very interesting championship series, yo. Trey Young is a beast. Yeah, yo, he's something serious, man. I still like the 76ers in that series, though, to be honest with you. That was because the Falcon, I mean, bro, look, Falcon. The Hawks nearly blew this thing, yo, and I hate to say it, in Georgia type of style, yo. They nearly blew this thing, yo. Bogdanovich saved them by hitting. If Bogdanovich doesn't hit that three, the one where he shuts the crowd, I think the 76ers come back and win that game. But yeah, Trey Young is a beast. He's something serious. He's the next, big thing as far as from the point guard position. A guy getting his own bucket and getting others involved as well as Luka Doncic. Ironically, the two guys that went number 3 and number 4 in that draft, they're both are superstars in this league, yo. Trey Young do got a little more to work with right now than Luka do. But yeah, he a beast, yo. But I do like the 76ers in that series. LSU Tigers, football looking nice, and we got high prospect at LSU camp. We could grab. Yeah, yo, I seen, man, like, if y'all seeing Will Campbell and was it Quiz Wiggins, the guy from Madison Prep, the DN, who I went to the St. Martinville proud alum. We played Madison Prep in the state championship in basketball. And Wiggins got out there, for a little bit. He's 6'7", and that's a big guy, man. Like, he's full, yo. He was out there basically for intimidation. He ain't a basketball player, obviously, but he's a big guy. And seeing him go head up with Will Campbell in a couple of videos, like, it was definitely big time prospect versus big time prospect. And then today you got the two highly thought of running backs that was there. You had Travis Etienne's little brother, and you had Trey Holly, who is a highly recruited running back from Union Parish who beat St. Martinville in the playoffs in football. So yeah, a lot of great players over there. Walker Howard was there. Max Johnson's little brother, the tight end that we got coming in, was there. It's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of talent over there on that LSU campus at these skills, workouts and everything. What's up, Chance Foster? Appreciate you tuning in. Q&A is back. Yes, I'm back, yo. Glad to be back. I was out for about a month or so. Coaching softball, the season just wrapped up. It was a lot of fun, yo. But I am definitely glad to be back with everyone, yo. I miss all of you as well, yo. The Giants won't make the playoffs because of Danny Bums and Joe Judge overrated. I cannot wait to face those guys. The NFL, they kind of like a little bit of drama too. They know that us and the Giants are kind of, at this point now where we really want to get after each other. So what they do, they don't let us play each other till week 12. So it's like, I can't wait to get at them because they got a lot to say right now. Look, I'm sorry we didn't let your 6-10 team make the playoffs just to get their behinds kicked by Tom Brady. Like, I'm sorry, because we tried to solidify, because we ended up getting Devontae Smith and a first-round pick next year. So we apologize that we didn't feel sorry for the poor New York Giants. Give me a break, man. I cannot wait to play. Do they understand that the last 42 times the Eagles and Giants matched up, the Eagles are 30-12 against them? They don't beat us. They got us last year, finally, but the Giants don't beat the Eagles, yo. The Eagles beat the Giants the year they won the Super Bowl when they beat Tom Brady in the Patriots the second go-round. We beat them on a Sunday night in East Rutherford with Vince Young. Like, we beat their Super Bowl team with Vince Young. Like, they don't beat us. So it's like, that's why they really mad, because they know they don't beat us. But we'll see. Let's see. How you been, Mr. Dugas? We back. I've been good, yo. I've been good. Feeling good, doing good. I'm glad to be back, yo. I'm definitely glad to be back. Coaching softball is a lot of fun, yo. It's a lot of fun. The girls were amazing. They're good kids. They're competitive, which was also amazing. It was a lot of fun. So, but I'm glad to be back, yo. I'm glad to be back. I'm good. Hope you're doing good as well. What's up, Sir Nando27? Appreciate you tuning in. Welcome back, my boy. I hope you and your daughter had a great season. Hey, I'm glad to be back. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, we had a pretty good year, yo. We had a pretty good year. It was a lot of fun. Won some games, lost some games, but overall, great experience for me, great experience for my daughter, great experience for the girls on the team. And hopefully we could do it again next season. A lot of our girls were young. We're first-time softball fast pitch players. So a lot of them will be back. So it'll be cool if I could get all of them back next year. So it's a lot of fun. But I'm glad to be back. Appreciate that. Do you think the Eagles will be a playoff team this upcoming season? That is a great question. They can. I'm gonna tell you what it lies on. To me, it's all about how do the number 2 cornerback position hold up this season. That's the difference between us being a team picking in the top 10 or a team that could make the playoffs, possibly win the NFC East. Because, from what I'm not granted, it's just OTAs. There's no X's and O's. There's no schemes or nothing like of that nature. But I like what I'm seeing so far, out of this coaching staff and out of these players. Darius Slay is going to do his thing on one side. Eric Wilson apparently looks like he's going to be a big upgrade at linebacker. The D-line, as we know, is pretty much almost always strong. The O-line is back healthy. Miles Sanders is just ready to bust through. Jalen Hurts is basically playing to prove that he's a franchise quarterback, which I think he can do. Receiving core is young and talented. Dallas Goedert is an up and coming. I think he's a top 10 tight end. He just got to put the production with the talent. So it's a lot to like. I love our safeties with Anthony Harris and Rodney McLeod. I'm kind of iffy about that. We got a new punter, so I got to see what that's about. Jake Elliott, he up and down, so we'll see. But to me, it's all about right now we start Michael Jacquet. Look, the thing with him is he has all the measurables. He's 6'2", and he has a freakish 6'10" wingspan. Like his arms are like Inspector Gadget. He has decent speed. He ran like a 4.4, 4.5 or something like that. Against Arizona, when Slay was out and he had to go up against DeAndre Hopkins, he was pretty good. Hopkins got him, a few times, but I mean it's Hopkins. But he forced a fumble from Hopkins. He sacked Kyler Murray. He battled. He competed. But then when we go up against Dallas, he was burnt toast. So it's like you seen him play really good. You seen him play really bad. What is he? Is he more towards the good, or is he more towards the Arizona game, or is he more towards the Dallas game? Me personally, I still feel like go get Steven Nelson. If it don't cost you too much, go get a veteran corner that's at least for 1 year. That way next year with these opposing 3 first-round picks, you could go get a cornerback. Like I would love a Derek Stingley Jr., my guy from LSU. But it's all about how well we do at the number 2 cornerback position. To me, is what determines if we make the playoffs or not. I'm going to coach basketball/football, soccer here in Cali. Hey, that's awesome, yo. That is what's up. Shout out to you, man. That's a lot, but that's gonna be a blast, yo. Way to give back to your community. I'm telling you, it's fun, yo. I don't know if it's your first time doing it or not, but it's fun. It's a whole lot of fun, especially when you're working with, younger kids, because when you at that age where they start to develop, you can start developing them into their skills, start teaching them the game, and seeing how the things they're learning in practice translate to the field or the court or whatever. So, hey, shout out to you, yo. You gotta let me know how y'all doing out there, yo. But shout out to you, yo. That you gonna enjoy it. What's up, Kevin Woods? Appreciate you tuning in. I prefer Dwayne Dedman to be our starting center and Bam be our power forward. Look, against Milwaukee, we should have done that. Against Milwaukee, that should have been the lineup. I get it with Spo, okay, Trevor Ariza is not Jay Crowder. Like we could all come to that conclusion. But I know Spo's thinking is that we had this type of lineup last year with Bam playing the center and like a Crowder/Ariza playing the 4, and we beat him in 5. So I get it from that standpoint why you want to roll that same type of lineup out there. And that's been our lineup all year. The problem, look, Milwaukee was better. Their team was much more improved than I gave them credit for. The addition of Drew Holiday, not just as a scorer, but a lockdown defender. I mean, he's head over heels better than Eric Bledsoe. When you think about Brian Forbes, who just absolutely did not miss it. What was his percentage against us? It felt like he made 70. Watching him shoot the 3 against us remind me of Danny Green and Patty Mills in 2013 and 2014 against us in those back-to-back finals where it seemed like they never missed. So he reminded me of that. PJ Tucker, he didn't do a lot, but he's a defender. He's an extra guy that could go out there. The problem with us, it would have matched us great with them because you had Dedman matching up with a Brook Lopez, and you had Bam matching up with a Giannis, and then you got your other matches with Jimmy Butler and Middleton and Duncan Robinson, and at first it was DiVincenzo, then he got hurt, then it was Connaughton, and obviously you got Nunn/Goran Dragic against Drew Holiday. So it would have made more sense. I would have preferred that lineup against the Bucks, at least after game 2. Game 1, okay, we nearly won it, cool. After game 2, when we get blown out like that with such an ugly start, yeah, you have to adapt. But the biggest problem with that series, Bam Adebayo got to be more aggressive offensively. You see, I know the Bucks get away with that. Look, Giannis is not a good shooter at all, but he attempts threes. And every now and a blue moon, he'll make one. And he's attempting them as a power forward. You can't have a power forward in 2021 basketball, NBA, in basketball period, that can't shoot outside of 15 feet. And the problem is Bam can shoot. He's just reluctant to do it. I don't know if he's tired because he's using so much energy on the defensive end, chasing around Giannis and going up against those big Bucks bodies and rebounding, or if he's not confident. But for him to play the stretch four, he has to develop more of a shot, because if you got him just sitting there in the paint and Detman sitting there, because obviously Detman is not a shooter, he's a throwback center, it clogs up the lane for a Jimmy Butler, to drive to the hole, which Jimmy was not great in this series because Bam's ineffectiveness to stretch the floor from the power, from the center position, clogged up the lane a little bit. Brook Lopez just hung out in the lane all series. So, yes, we should have went to that lineup more against Milwaukee, but Bam has to be more confident with that 15-foot jumper, yo. My prediction: Cowboys 10-7. Football team 9-8. Eagles 9-8. Giants 0-17. That would be hilarious if the Giants went 0-17, yo. Oh man, what's up, Jamal Parker, my cousin, the one who just called me in the middle of my live. What's up, cuz, man? The Eagles suck. Nah, you know who suck, man? I hate to say it, your Lakers, man. Your Lakers out of there, went up there against Devin Booker and Chris Paul and got their issue, yo. I apologize to all the other Lakers fans that may be on here. I apologize that me and you have to come to these type of blows, but you got to blame Jamal Parker for that. Shout out to and by the way, Patriots fan, Tom Brady is coming to town, and Tom Brady is going to let y'all know y'all got rid of the wrong person. What's up, yo, Elvis Hoops? Appreciate you tuning in. Lakers in 4. I don't care. Speaking of the Lakers, yo, yeah, that's funny, man. That's absolutely funny, yo. Let's see. I got more respect for Adam Gase than for the Giants. Dang. Did you see that video of that Giants fan punching a hole in the wall and the women sending him to bed? I think I did see that. I did see. Was that when we drafted Devontae Smith? I want to say. I think I did see something like that. That was funny. Like, why is you messing up your house, yo? Why is you messing up your house? I'm watching Florida State and Alabama too. Yeah, I'm actually flicking through. Bucks and Nets never started yet, so I'm kind of they still never started. So I'm still kind of going through. Florida State up 4-0 on Bama, yo. They're getting the Montana. So that's a very interesting situation here. It's kind of shocking for a team when your ace, whether it's softball or baseball, is either struggling to find a strike zone or gets lit up. It kind of demoralizes the team a little bit. So that's what's going on with Bama look like right now. Yo, Bama down 4-0 in the top of the second, and Florida State threatening again with 2 runners on base. If you Davis or the Lakers, do you ask for a trade or Lakers look to trade him because he gets injured a lot? No, I don't trade him. Yo, he does get injured a lot, but you've invested so much money in, you gotta, this is the thing. When you have a player, you gotta, especially in this situation, because he was a little banged up last year, but he was healthy and won them a NBA championship. So this year he was banged. I don't think you do that. You just trust that he's gonna take better care of his body, trust that he's gonna be more lucky, and you trust that your training staff gets him more right. You can't get Anthony Davis when healthy if Anthony Davis, look, I make fun of the Lakers, but look, I'm gonna be honest. If Anthony Davis is 100% in that series, the Lakers win that series. They just do, because Phoenix did not have an answer for him at all. They were up 2-1. I don't think you trade him at all, honestly. What the Lakers need a point guard. Dennis Schroeder is not a championship team caliber starting point guard. That's a position that they desperately need to upgrade. I don't know what Chris Paul's contract look like. If I'm the Lakers, if he could get out of Phoenix this year, which he probably won't get out of Phoenix, but I'm just throwing it out there. You look into like a Chris Paul. You look at a Kyle Lowry. Like you go get a Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry would do really good with the Lakers. So I feel like their biggest need is a point guard. It takes a little bit of stress off of LeBron. And AD just got to stay healthy. You have a good solid point guard, with Anthony Davis and LeBron James, and you have a team and if they stay healthy, you have a team that's basically competing for a championship, once again. Hawks nearly pulled an Atlanta Falcons, and we know I spelled it wrong. Bubble guppies, oh, bro. Hey, look, if the Heat bubble guppies, the Lakers bubble guppies too. Like, we just got to keep it 100. We both was in the NBA Finals last year. We both lost in the first round. So, look, if the Heat are bubble, yeah, Anthony Davis was hurt. But, I mean, hey, Oladipo didn't play. Like, Oladipo could have helped, So, if the Heat are bubble guppies, the Lakers are bubble guppies also. So we got to just be fair here. And yeah, Atlanta, while I was watching that game, I said, boy, Atlanta's going to do this again. I'm saying to myself, if Bogdanovich saved the day, if he misses that three and the 76ers get the ball back right there, I honestly think they would have won that game, yo. That's how crazy of a situation that was. Thing on my shirt. Hawks traded Luka for trade. I would rather have Luka. Yeah, to me, honestly, man, you can't go wrong with either one. Like Luka is big time. Look, Luka is a little better right now. I'll give you that. But they both superstars. You ask me. They both superstars. The problem with Luka is Luka don't have no help. Trae Young do got a better team. Trae Young do have a better supporting cast to play alongside than Luka has in Dallas. I mean, Porzingis is just not the player he once was. And that's hurting them because if you get anything out of Porzingis is 7'3", and he constantly. Though I know you could make the shots, but dude, the Clippers don't have nobody tall. Like what Zubac? Like I don't recall him in the post at all. You're 7'2", 7'3", yo. Go down there and dominate in the paint, yo. Like, you're forced to play this other guy, Bogdanovich, however you say his name, who's a big guy, but he can't even move because Rick Carlisle wanted some type of, post presence because Porzingis is out there acting like a shooting guard. Get your tall, lanky behind down there in the post and dominate somebody. Make barbecue chicken out of somebody. So that's his knock, yo. But yeah, you can't go wrong with either one, though, honestly. LeBron not shaking hands was a salty moment, but Devin Booker is serious. The Giants too cocky, but still have Daniel Jones. Yeah, I mean, LeBron just, I don't know, man, with him. Look, I love LeBron. LeBron was at Miami Heat. Like, LeBron got us, 2 championships, and obviously he's amazing, and he's a great guy. It's nothing personal, just talking about him on the court. But sometimes, man, I just feel like he does a little too much, yo. Sometimes I just feel like he does a little too much. He just has a little bit too much antics. He just do the most, man. The whole when you get fouled, you gotta lay on the ground for 35 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So, maybe he felt some type of way because of what Devin Booker pushed Schroeder when Devin Booker and Schroeder was going back. I don't know. Shake the guy's hands and go get ready, for Space Jam 2, basically. And yes, the Giants, I can't wait to play them. They really just feel like, oh, we done spent some money. We done got, Kenny Galladay, who's okay, he's a decent receiver. But how many Pro Bowls do he have? He's never been to no Pro Bowl. They got, what's his face, man? The cornerback from Tennessee that we looked at also, Adoree Jackson. I mean, Tennessee basically got rid of him. Like, we don't want you. They re-signed Leonard Williams, a good move. They get Saquon Barkley back, but it's his first year off, unless your name is Adrian Peterson. Your first year back off of an ACL, this kind of, you really, really back to yourself the following year. So, We gonna see, man. They got a lot to say. They just mad. They wanted Devontae. They got Kadarius Toney, who's a decent player, but they got a lot to say. But we gonna see, yo. We have to meet on the football field. All that other nonsense, it gotta come to where, we gonna be between the white lines and we gonna get it on, yo. Fun fact: when the Giants beat us once, we usually sweep them the next year. I got this bad feeling the Eagles won't come out with heart and anger against the Giants like they will, but I hope we kick their behind twice. I don't know. I think we go now. When we win is another thing, but I think we gonna come out fight. Well, it's so late in the season. Obviously, it depends on how the season is going. Are we still in contention for the division? Are we borderline tanking? That all matters. But man, we gonna come out against them and ready to play. Like we rivals. We rivals, especially when you think back earlier in the 2000s, yo. We were bigger rivals with them than the Cowboys. So it's kind of fun to see this rivalry kind of getting back a little nastier. So it should be a whole lot of fun. Can't wait to get them. I hope we beat their behind twice too. What's up, vegan hippie? Appreciate you tuning in. Giants fans are ridiculous. They think they have the best offense and defense in the division. They got a good team, but no team is a favorite to win, to be honest. They got a solid team on paper. Because, they improved their team, but at the same time, it's not like these guys are Pro Bowlers / Hall of Famers. They're guys, they're decent players that can contribute. Kenny Galladay is a solid player. Adoree Jackson is okay. These guys are decent. Kadarius Toney got a lot of elusiveness, a lot of skills to him. But you got to go out there and get it on the field, yo. Like, you got to go on the field and put it together. Remember the Eagles' dream team. Like, we thought, like, we added all kind of people, and we thought that, oh, yeah, we definitely winning this division. And we didn't make the playoffs 2 years in a row. Andy Reid gets fired, and, we go in a different, we go get Chip Kelly and everything. So, yeah, I mean, you got to go out there. It don't matter what you do in the off season. You got to go out there on the football field, and you got to put it together, to win some games. What's up, Dora Matt? Appreciate you tuning in. I'm a Giants fan, and literally anyone can win the division. You guys probably got the best line, so if Hurts start balling out, you might have it. Yeah, like the division is up for grabs. Look, the only team that if they won the division, I would be surprised is Washington. And it's not because they ain't got a good team or they're not the best team, but because we know history tells us nobody repeats in this division. So that's the only reason I would be surprised if they won, only because nobody repeats. But, I mean, they got a good team. They got a ferocious defense. They got a decent running game. Dallas, like, the one thing about them, they always have talent. With them, it's always about do they put it together. And the Giants, like we've mentioned, the Giants got a lot of additions that on paper make their team pretty good. And the Eagles, like, we have a quarterback that either could be okay or could be really good, like could be a really good quarterback. And we have some talent. Like, the offensive line is back healthy. That's one thing that people don't talk about is this O-line was detrimented with injuries. And it's back healthy. So, when you consider all of that, the division is completely wide open, yo. What's up, Conru girl? Appreciate you tuning in. Hey, Mr. Dugas, late to the live. Welcome back. Hey, appreciate you tuning in. And yes, I'm glad to be back, yo. Appreciate you tuning in. Derek Stingley, the next Honey Badger. Man, Derek Stingley's something serious, man. That's a guy that with one of our 3 first-round picks that we should definitely invest in. I mean, he's so good that I would actually package one of our first-round picks to go up and get him if we have to go up and get him. Like, that's a guy that we need. It'll be nice to pair him, with Slay later in the seat, like, later in Slay's career. Or if we move on from Slay by him being an older corner, he's our new, young, up-and-coming, top shutdown caliber cornerback. So yeah, that guy is amazing, yo. I would definitely, love to have him on the team. I want to beat Dallas and Jerry World so bad. Oh, that would be a blast, yo. That would definitely be a blast because, especially it's a Monday night game, so it's in front of everybody. So yeah, definitely, I would love for us to definitely go out there and just smash their face in Jerry World in front of everybody. Let's see, Mr. Duga, in your lifetime, what's been the top 5 LSU football teams? Good question. Obviously, we gotta go number one, 2019, undefeated, 15-0, Jambalaya, Joe Burrow. That team to me was the number one LSU team. Number two, I'm gonna go. You know, though we did not win the championship that year, we got beat by Alabama in the championship game. That 2011 team to me was the number two team. When you talk about Honey Badger and Mo Claiborne and Eric Reed and Barcavius Mingo and Sam Montgomery and the running backs Kenny Hilliard, Michael Ford, Ruben Randall. The only thing was negative was the whole Jordan Jefferson, Jerry Lee fiasco. But to me, that was the number two team. The number three team, I'm gonna go with. That the Nick Saban team, the '03 team. With Chad Laviolette and a freshman Leron Landry. On offense, Michael Clayton and Devery Henderson and Matt Malk. That defense was absolutely devastating. Like that defense was brutal, yo. Like they swallowed people. Marcus Spears, the late Marquise Hill, man. That to me, that team is number three. Number four, I'm gonna go with. It's funny because we won the championship the following year, but I think that '06 LSU team was probably one of the best college football teams that didn't win a national championship that year. So I'm gonna go to '06 LSU team. They lost 2 games. They had an ugly loss to Auburn where the referees kind of screwed them a little bit. And they lost to the Florida team where they just had a bunch of miscues. That Florida team that actually won the national championship. You talk about Leron Landry, Jesse Daniels, you talk about Tyson Jackson, Glenn Dorsey, my boy Charles Alexander, my boy Early Doucette, Dwayne Bowe, Buster Davis. Like that team was like Jonathan Zeno. That team was lit, yo. They went on a run late. Jamarcus Russell slinging the rock, Jacob Hester, Keelan Williams. Like that team was really good, yo. And they didn't win a championship. They lost 2 games, but if they had a playoff back then and they was able to sneak in, they could have ran with it. And number 5 is the '07 team, the team that won the national championship. They had 2 losses as well. The triple overtime loss to Arkansas, the triple overtime loss to Kentucky. But I say that team for me is number 5. You won a championship. The big win against Florida that year, the crazy win against Auburn with Demetrius Byrd catching the game winner when Les Miles basically had terrible clock management, but we got lucky. Early was a lead receiver. Matt Flynn finally got his chance to start. So that to me in my lifetime, that's my top 5 favorite LSU teams, yo. What's up, Brandon Reese? Appreciate you tuning in. Hey, what up, Mr. Dugar? What do you think happens first in the next few years? Georgia wins the national title or A&M wins the SEC? Wow. I'm gonna say Georgia win the national title, yo, before A&M wins the SEC. A&M got to contend with LSU. They got to contend with Bama. And I get it. Georgia got to contend with them too. But Georgia be having talent. Like Georgia nearly won a national championship. Tua Tagovailoa and Devontae Smith stopped them from winning a national championship. So I'm gonna say Georgia. I think that'll happen first. Giants are so dumb. They could have just traded up and get Smith. Well, you see, I won't call them dumb for that because we blindsided them. Like, they're looking at it like, okay, Denver took Patrick Surtain Jr. at 9. They picking 11. They knew Dallas wasn't taking no wide receiver. They, to their defense, they didn't know that we were on the phone with Dallas to move ahead of them to get Devontae Smith. So I can't fault them for that. You know, they really felt like he was just gonna fall into their laps. And if you read the board, the way the draft board was going, it was going to happen. So I can't get mad. I could clown them for a lot of things, but I can't really clown them for that because to be fair to them, you know, they didn't know we was going to do that, which makes it even more satisfying that we snuck up on them like that and hit them upside the head when they didn't see it coming at all. What's up, Mary Martell, my friend? Appreciate you tuning in. Dude guy, hey, what's going on, my friend? So glad you made it into the live. Appreciate you coming in, yo. What's up, John Gotti? Appreciate you tuning in. Kyle Lowry is washed. I mean, for the Lakers, look, he's not the player he was, say, 2, 3, 4 years ago. But for the Lakers, for a veteran-laden team, a LeBron James-led team with Anthony Davis, Kyle Lowry will contribute a lot. You know, I mean, he still got what? I gotta go look at the stats, but I gotta see how much points he averaged. He had a decent year this year. Like he scored, like he scored, he assisted, he took charges. That's the things that he do. Like he's an upgrade from Dennis Schroeder for the Lakers. So I feel like Kyle Lowry would be. You know, I'm not saying he gonna go over there and be an all-star, but I think to that team he would definitely contribute. I'm happy the Julio saga is over and we don't have to pay him and we still have all our picks. Let the young guys eat. We have a top 5 offense and defensive lines. We'll see, you know, but the only issue I have with the Falcons. Now, me, look, as an Eagles fan, I am ecstatic because we don't have to play him week 1. We don't have to play him at all this season because the Titans not on this unless we got to the Super Bowl, play the Titans. But we don't have to play him at all. So I'm excited about that. But this is the only thing that, and I get it from a financial standpoint, but Blake Griffin went, get that. But the only thing that, you know, I kind of question, I'll say, the Falcons about is this. Like, because I'm kind of confused. Like, if you're going to go, look, Kyle Pitts is an extreme talent. He's the most physically gifted tight end that we've had in the draft in modern era. So I understand, you know, you getting him. I understand that. But when you trade a Julio, it's basically saying that you're rebuilding. But you have Matt Ryan over there, who's obviously a little longer in the tooth, and from what I recall, the Falcons ain't drafting no quarterback in the earlier rounds. Definitely not in the first round, obviously. If you're going to trade Julio and you're going to go with a more of a youth movement, I feel like you should have took a quarterback. Like, even if not at 4, at least in the second round or something. You know, that's the only issue that I have with what the Falcons did because I don't understand. Like I'm kind of confused. I don't understand that. But, you know, we'll see. Fitz Vegas still crying about week 17. Yeah, man, it's crazy, yo. Stingley would probably be a top 5 pick. Y'all would have to move up to get him unless y'all are terrible. Yeah, well, this is the thing. We have our first round pick. We have the Colts first round pick, and we have the Dolphins first round pick. So I don't see none of them being top 5 teams, honestly, including us. But look, we got 3 first round picks. So if we gotta, because for me, obviously every year is always a position that pops up as a position of need that going into the season you don't expect. You know, like right now, you know, we feel like we okay everywhere else, at least. Now, granted, linebacker could, you know, maybe safety is a position because Rodney McLeod is getting a little older and Anthony Harris is on a 1-year deal. So safety is a position that maybe we could look into. Linebacker, but for some reason this team don't value linebackers like that. I feel like linebacker is a position that we would look more into free agency than the draft. Um, and everywhere else, unless Jalen Hurts just turns out to not be good, then maybe you unfortunately gonna have to go quarterback again. But just from how the team is set up today, looking in the next season, cornerback is a position that I feel like is a top priority. And for a guy like Derek Stingley Jr., look, I don't know if Howie would value him that much. You trade up for him. If you got to give up a first round pick next year or one of our 3 first round picks, you do it for that guy because that guy is a lockdown cornerback. So you make the move for him. And the only receiver that I seen, well, Van Jefferson got the best of him for like a drive against Florida. And late in that game, he turned around, got a pick. The only receiver that kind of got the best of him was Devontae Smith. And guess what? He's on our team. So we ain't got to worry about that in a game. Yeah, in practice, whatever. But we ain't got to worry about that in the game. Now, I know there's other great receivers out there, obviously, that are more experienced. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like that he's worth it. So, if we got to trade up for him, in my opinion. If I'm the Eagles playing the Giants, I'm going for 150 rushing and 100 receiving and trucking someone on the way to the end zone. And this in MetLife, no telling what going to do to them in the link. Yeah, man, I just want to beat them. Like, I just want to beat them. Like, I don't care how we do it. We just got to go out there and knock them off, yo. Who are your top 5 DBs that played at LSU in your lifetime? Ooh, that's a good one, yo. That's a good one. Let's see. That number 1 in my lifetime, I gotta go Honey Badger, yo. Honey Badger, I gotta go number 1. Y'all seen 2011. Like, honestly, I feel like if they didn't just give the Heisman basically the quarterbacks and running backs, boy, and this year receiver, Honey Badger was the best player in college football that year. It wasn't RG3. RG3 had a good year, statistical year, but his team lost, 4 or 5 games. Now, I know Honey Badger missed the game because he was suspended for some nonsense he pulled. But to me, he was the best player in college football that year, hands down. Like, he was my Heisman Trophy. If I had a vote, he was my Heisman Trophy winner. So I'm going to say Honey Badger number 1. Number 2, I'm going to go Patrick Peterson. Number 2, Pat P was amazing. Another guy lockdown corner, especially his last year in 2010 when we put him as a kick and punt return. Oh my goodness. Like, he was looking like he was on his way to winning a Heisman. So I got Honey Badger 1, Pat Peterson 2. Number 3, you know what? I'm gonna go Cory Webster. Cory Webster, in that Nick Saban, LSU team, that 03 national championship team, he was a lockdown corner, yo. Cory Webster was a real shutdown corner, back in those days. Number 4, well, you said DB, so I gotta throw safety in there also. Number 4, I'm gonna go LaRon Landry. LaRon Landry played with a veracity and a physicality that was just, amazing. Like, you think about 2 games when we played Arizona when he knocked their quarterback head completely off. And when we played Alabama when he just knocked Brody Crawhead, completely off. So I'm going to go LaRon Landry number 4. Number 5, you know what? I'm gonna live a little bit in the moment. I'm gonna go Derek Stingley. I think Derek Stingley is that good, yo. Man, just a shutdown corner, man. Just an absolute shutdown corner. And I can't wait to see what he does this season. So that's my top 5 LSU DBs in my lifetime. I'm going to the Eagles versus 49ers game. And when score a touchdown, I'm pulling a Randy Moss versus the Packers. That's what's up. Hey, enjoy yourself. It's nothing definite yet, but I'm trying to go to the Eagles-Falcons week 1 game in Atlanta. I'm trying to spend the whole week in Atlanta, man. Go to Braves. The Braves, I'm a Braves fan too. Braves play the Marlins that Saturday night at Truist Park. Uh, so I'm thinking about making it a whole weekend. I ain't put it together yet, but I'm thinking about it. But yeah, I'm trying definitely to go to Eagles Falcons week 1 in Atlanta. You're right. 2011 LSU and Bama had unbelievable defenses. I never seen a college defense play like Bama did against y'all in that championship. Yeah, man, those two teams were amazing, especially like I know a lot of people, like people in the Pac-12 and Big 12 and all of them didn't appreciate that LSU Bama 9-6 overtime game. And it wasn't the most entertaining game. It wasn't like the 2019 game where it was 46-41. But I tell you what, that was a slobber knocker of a throwback football game where these teams just really went at each other on the defensive end, Like that was just some amazing football to watch, Oh, now all of a sudden Brian Forbes can't hit a three. Like I'm watching Nets Bucks. Like that's the thing that frustrates me, I'm sorry to get off subject, but when you go up against when a player plays your team and they can't miss, and then the following round they can't make a shot. Like I just seen Forbes miss like 4 wide open threes. Like he probably ain't missed 4 wide open threes the whole series against the Heat, which didn't last long, unfortunately. All right, y'all, man. I got like 9-10 minutes left. Let me get to some people I didn't get a chance to. Well, I think I did get to everybody. Never mind. Let's see. The Celtics bubble guppies too. Yeah, and their coach got a promotion, which is hilarious. Like their coach got a promotion for that to get to he get to pick talent by losing basically. Man, the Nets on fire from three, yo. Let's see. I'll believe it when I see it with both Georgia and A&M in terms of doing either one of those things. To me, it's championship or bust this year for Georgia. If not now, then when? Yeah, I mean, the problem with them, they open up against Clemson. Like they got an extremely tough. Ooh, that was nasty. They got an extremely tough, start to the non-conference start to the season, taking on Clemson. Yeah, I mean they're a talented team, Georgia's talented, but to be fair to them, I know they got Eric Gilbert from LSU, and I know they supposedly moving him to wide receiver, but I mean they missing George Pickens. Like George Pickens, from a talent standpoint, is extremely good. Like is extremely talented. With him, he gotta just be more mature and he gotta put the production, with the talent. So that's the problem with them. But yeah, they definitely got a very, very talented team. But that start with them and Clemson gonna be, it's gonna be kind of tough, man. Florida State is waxing Alabama right now, yo. It's 8-0. It's like wow, with Montana on the mound, yo. That's crazy. With Montana Fox on the mound. Well, I think they took her out now. Yeah, they done took her out, man. Well, I mean, hey, shout out to Florida State, man. They knocked off LSU in LSU, so I gotta show them love for that in the Super Regional. Julio probably been ready to get out of Atlanta since that Super Bowl 5 years ago. He'll probably have a better chance to win a ring with the Titans than the Falcons. I don't necessarily know he was ready to get out that long, but clearly they want to go to a youth movement, which confuses me that why you don't get another quarterback to be behind Matt Ryan. That confuses me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like if you want to go to youth movement, which I get it, franchises you get to when you're running an organization, you get to that harsh part where you got to decide whether you want to go for it again or do you just want to tear it down and rebuild? Like getting rid of Julio to me means tear it down and rebuild. But they still rolling out an older Matt Ryan with a bunch of young receivers. So I don't get it. What's up, Mike Saldana? Appreciate you tuning in. Go Cowboys, ha ha. Fly Eagles fly. Looking forward to Eagles and Cowboys Both matchups, really, honestly. But especially that week 3 matchup, whenever y'all, we go to Jerry World for Monday night, so we could beat y'all in front of everybody. We just want everybody. We just want to beat y'all in front of everybody. We want the whole, United States, the whole world, the whole country. We just want everybody, to see us do what we gonna do to y'all, yo. Yeah, man, but intriguing week coming up, yo. Tonight, I know we didn't really talk about it in the live, but LSU baseball, yo. Big matchup tonight. Unfortunately, I'm probably not gonna watch the whole game. It's kind of a little past my bedtime. I'm gonna try to take a nap, then wake up when I know the game should be nearly ending, and try to catch the end. Try to do something like that. But big matchup, man. Do we do it for Paul Maneri? Yo, this is Paul Maneri's last run. I know a lot of fans, are critical of him, and I get it. LSU did not have a great season. LSU darn near did not even make this tournament. But you have a chance to go on the road tonight. You got all the momentum to beat a Oregon team that's a good team, but not very, like, they're not the most experienced team around when it comes to playing in pressure-based, baseball game. So if you go out there and you beat them again tonight, which is not going to be easy, but it's doable. You go to Tennessee, to a Knoxville super regional, where you play a Tennessee team that did beat you. You already played up there. You played a 3-game series up there earlier this year. And you lost 2 out of 3, but you could have easily won. You could have easily swept them, honestly. You lost 2 of those games, I want to say, by like the via walk-off. So that's a matchup LSU they going in the Knoxville hot. That's a matchup LSU. That's a super regional LSU can win. And for this team, the way things looked a couple of weeks ago, to go out there and make it to Omaha, which to me is possible now, which I didn't think was possible a couple of weeks ago, that would definitely be a huge feat. Send Maneri out, on top. And look, LSU got a lot of talent, man. Cruz is a freshman. Morgan is a freshman. A lot of these guys are, extremely young. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, man. Tom Thibodeau named Coach of the Year, rightfully so. The Knicks had a very overachieving type of season, but should be a lot of fun, man. Looking forward to seeing what LSU do tonight. I'm watching this Nets. Nets are just, man, they're so efficient on the offensive end. It's ridiculous, yo. I had to, bro, just messing with you, man. Gonna be good. Oh, it's all good. It's all in fun, yo. Looking forward to that, man. It should definitely be, a fun matchup when the Eagles and Cowboys, get together in Jerry World for that Monday night matchup, yo. Definitely looking forward to it, man. The Nets are just not missing right now, yo. Like, they just too efficient on the offensive end. And this is what James Harden. That's what a move by Durant. Wow. What a move by Durant, yo. What a move. All right, everyone, yo. Look, man, it was fun, man. I ain't did this in a while, so it was fun to get back on here, yo. Definitely appreciate everybody tuning in to the live Q&A tonight. Greatly appreciate it. It was a blast. Y'all stay tuned. Remember, Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central, 3 Pacific, I'm gonna do a call-in show, yo. I'm gonna have I got a little app on one of my other phones that I could use to receive phone calls, and I'll have my speaker down here where I can put the calls on speaker I'll be recording myself like this where everybody can hear the phone calls, and I'll do that for 2 hours, yo. So stay tuned for that this Thursday, the Dropping Dimes of Mr. Duke, our call-in show. But thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all so much. It was fun. I was glad to be back here. I miss all of you guys and gals. Really, really enjoy it, yo. Stay tuned for the videos throughout the week, and like I said, join me Thursday for the premiere of the call-in show. Until then, y'all have a blessed evening. Go Tigers.